would talk, and I'd cry a little bit and say, he'd say, did it happen again? And I'd say, yes, it did.
Add to that stress.
Party, an opening night party, and you know, the costume's taken off. When he would see me in my costume, it was very low, and they do this too, and so I was full, and when he would see me in my costume, he would look at my chest and say, how are you? He would speak to my breasts. I am the second lady. When someone comes this close and kind of smiles in a wry smile and says, do you have to go home? I think that was pretty clear. There were no misconceptions in my mind. He did not touch me. He did not, you know, he would shake my hand or, you know, hello, but he did not put his hands on me. But I was extremely uncomfortable. With Placido and me and my 4-year-old daughter. Well, I knew I wasn't the sole person. I knew that it had gone on in many places. I had heard that it had gone on in many, many companies, in many big houses. Did I speak to any women that had trouble with him? No, I didn't. And I think primarily because this was my first big house, whereas the houses that he frequented were always big. So maybe it's that I was new to that level of the art. Oh, it was harassment. Absolutely. Absolutely. I have no doubt that it was harassment. I was there. I was being harassed. He wanted me to come home with him. He did not want me to go home. He wanted me to somehow be with him that night, each of the nights he asked me. And to me, I'm married. I adore my husband and my family. It wasn't going to happen for me. It wasn't going to happen. After you finish opening night, they give you a brand new score, the Washington Opera's second season, 1997 to 1998, and it's inside. Dear Patricia, thank you so much for joining us, Placido Domingo. We walked in the door, and Placido was over here, and he immediately saw me and beelined to the door to see me. And he took my hand, shook my hand, kissed both cheeks, and he whispered in my ear, I have to meet my rival. And I remember thinking, wait a minute, I'm not in a costume. This is my husband. What? I remember thinking, what? You know, I have opera on all the time, and when I listen to it, I don't feel the same when I hear him sing. It's an incredible voice, but the respect is gone. It's a little scary being the first person to speak up. It's really scary. But it's so well known that I'll be curious to see what happens, just what happens. I used this also for Papagena, so you can see it's a well-used and loved. You instantly think, am I going to lose my job? Is my career over if I say no? And that's a very real, that's one of the initial things you feel when you get the pressure is you feel anger, you feel fear, and then you think, I just said no to the head of this industry. What's going to happen in my career? I've worked 10 years to get on this stage. Dora score, Washington Opera season. Dear Patricia, thank you so much for joining us. Yeah, no more hiding. And I also started thinking, I have the truth on my side. I have a witness who saw this. I have nothing to hide. And if I can help another young woman, then I sure hope I can. It is. So these are my white peonies. Down there is all red, and they're dark red, single reds.
So we're past peony season.
Oh my God. See?
And I finally got the money.
So I wish my peonies were out.